Revelation 2471. From the 12th of September 1942. Divine will decides the effect of the human will. Everything in the universe is governed by God's will. Only on earth is the human being's will seemingly involved where it concerns events which only have an earthly effect, which are therefore merely subject to human will. An earthly activity is assigned to the human being during his earthly life, and for this he must let his will become active, that is, he must use the vitality which constantly flows towards him and let the will become action. Everything the human being does must also have some kind of result. The human being's activity must be constructive or destructive, consequently the human will determines the effect of every deed as long as the divine will does not intervene to prevent this effect, if it harms his fellow human being, if it is beneficial to the human being's salvation. Thus the human being can certainly strive for a certain effect of his action and thus his will is directed towards this effect. Divine will, however, is decisive as to which course an intended action takes. And thus all world events take place in accordance with divine will, irrespective of whether they are initiated or carried out by people. People have little understanding for the fact that their will is switched off although it is the cause of all earthly events. And yet, this is the best proof that no human being can precisely predict the outcome of this or that event and that they often have to expect a completely different outcome than that which corresponds to their will. Thus God seemingly leaves people free will, but as soon as this is misused with God-opposing intent, as soon as the human being's will expresses itself destructively, his will is immediately recognizable, which only allows the destruction if it is beneficial for the salvation of the soul. For the divine will controls everything, both the universe and the spiritual kingdom. Divine will cannot be excluded, even if it seems as if the human being determines earthly events through his will. Yet how he uses his will one day have to answer for it. Whether he allows his will to be active in a constructive or destructive way is decisive for his spiritual development, although God opposes his will and prevents the effect of human will. Amen.